Hi everyone, this is Cypri, day 2, January 2nd, 2018. Being faithful to my mission, to the mission I feel like God has put on my heart. And I just want to first of all say thank you to everyone who watched my video yesterday and today and who posted and commented and let me know. You didn't just like it, you actually watched it. So that means so much to me. I mean, it just really inspired and encouraged me so much to hear that, it resonates with some out there. And so to everyone, thank you so much. Always, please put comments, put what your resolution is, put what you got from my speech, or share it. What I have to say isn't going to always resonate with everyone, but if you could just share it so that it spreads around and gets to those who needs to hear it. That's my dream. That's my goal, is to, number one, be willing, and number two, find my audience. Who is my audience? Find my message. What is my message? What is it that people need to hear? I personally think people need to hear hope. I personally think people need to remember who they are. There's a song called I Am a Child of God, and my daughter went to camp, and that was their theme song, I Am a Child of God. And that's a powerful song. If you haven't heard it, YouTube it, Google it. I'll put it somewhere in this video at the end. But just remembering who we are. We don't want to go through our life and have a religious experience. We don't want to go through our life and fill ourselves with tons of wisdom and knowledge. We want to not only have that, but we want to experience life. We want to experience what it means to be a child of God. We want to experience what it means to walk with God. And so I feel like that is the need. That is the call of the hour. I go and I listen to so many people, and they're discouraged. Oh, hey, how are you? What's your New Year's resolution? Oh, well, I don't have one. Just to trust God and He'll take care of everything. Great, that's awesome. But why are you not having a New Year's resolution? Is it because time and time again you've made one and it doesn't work out? Yeah, I heard a quote once. It's from a book. I can't think of the book, but I'll post it at the end if I do remember. But it says, inch by inch, mile by mile, start over. Mile by mile is a trial. Inch by inch is a cinch. And so every day we do what we promised we were going to do, and we just do it today. That's it. We don't worry about yesterday. We don't worry about tomorrow. We don't think about the ways we failed in the past. We don't. We get on our knees. We ask God, please give us the willingness, because God can't work through us if we don't have the willingness. And I think a lot of times we want God to do all the work, but we don't want to do the work. We just kind of want Him to poof and it happens. I don't know how many times I've been on my knees asking God to make things happen. And I was reading today about Noah and God just being really upset with the world and upset with just the hearts of man, and how He went to Noah and He said, Noah, I want you to build me an ark, and I want you to make it this big. I want you, and He gave all the details. But see, God didn't come and say, Noah, I'm going to destroy the earth and here's a boat. No, He said, I want you to build it. So He said, Noah, you're gonna save you and your family. You're gonna build the boat. And then at the end of that, He goes, I need you also to go get food for not only you, but all the animals. So I think sometimes we just think, God, just do it. Just provide it. You can. But God says, no, I call you. You're going to do it. I'm going to be here. I'm going to support you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to do it through you, but you get to do it. And I was also reading something today, because I work for a credit union right now, and credit unions were basically built and created because back when the like the Depression and when the economy was really suffering, the farmers and the tradesmen and the craftsmen, they were going bankrupt. They weren't able to keep their farms. They were losing everything because the bank's interest rates were so high that they couldn't afford to make the payments, and they couldn't afford the supplies they needed to do what they needed to do, whether it's seeds or whatever. And so farmers were going bankrupt. And this guy, it was Frederick something, he comes along and he has experienced poverty. And so he says, I want to help these people. So he started with his own money contributing to people. But then after a while, he realized that donations and his own money will only go so far. What he needs to create is people helping people. And so they created the credit union, which is basically people helping people. It said people can't rely on the government and they can't rely on contribution. They've got to start people helping people. And isn't that powerful? You know, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the 12-step program, Alcohol Anonymous, Food Addicts in Recovery. There's so many. There's financial ones. There's this, there's that. It's all people helping people. People who have struggled alcoholism, that have learned to surrender it to God, getting the answer, getting the miracles, getting the relief that they need, and then taking that and sharing that story with another alcoholic, and then that alcoholic in returns gets inspired, gets hope, and becomes alcohol free one day at a time. And that's what the food addict. A food addict goes from weighing 300, 400, or maybe even 50 pounds overweight, and then all of a sudden gets to the right size body. People start noticing, they ask how you do it, and then they share their experience, strength, and hope with those people, and those people, if they choose to follow, if they choose to be helped, get to have that same experience as people helping people, you know, financial struggles. Let's put a pot of money together and let's help each other. And so I guess the message, it sounds like, that God is trying to teach me and trying to speak through me is that God is willing to do the work, but he also needs us to do the work. He needed Noah to build the ark. He needed Noah to get the food, but God provided everything he needed. He just needed Noah to go do it. You know, God needs us to take our strengths, to take what he has given us. And let me tell you, your strength might not be your strength. Your strength might be your weakness. Okay? So if you're like, I am 300 pounds and who's going to love me? Who's going to respect me? Who's going to want me? Who's going to this? And you do one step at a time, learning to trust God. And through that, you get down to a body weight and to a spiritual experience like no other. And you turn around and you help that next person who has weight issues. Then God took your weakness because you chose to surrender it to him. You chose to rely on him. It became a victory, and then you took that victory and you gave it to the next person. So your weakness may be exactly what God is going to use to change the next person. I would not be speaking before you guys right now if I felt like I haven't been through the ringer and back. You know, if I haven't had my hardships, if I haven't learned how to trust God, if I haven't learned to overcome the obstacles in my life, then I wouldn't be speaking to you guys. But the reason I speak to you is because I know the power of Christ. I know that we are children of God, and I know that he wants to use each and every one of us to help the next person. And I know that it is not God that's going to come and save the world, but he's going to save the world through us helping the next person. And so I pray you get whatever I'm trying to say. I pray it comes through. I don't know what every day is going to be like. You know, honestly, I don't know if at one point I'll start, you know, really, you know, I don't know what it's going to unfold like. But those of you who hang in there with me and go on this journey with me and give me feedback and share my videos, and you know, I just super appreciate it. And to God be the glory. May we take our weakness and turn it into God's strength and take that and help the next person. You know, if you're, you know, I've got so much to share. I'm not going to go on forever because I really want you guys to listen, to watch, and to respond. So I love you guys. Until next time, hang in there. And once again, reach out if you need to. Reach out if you have any comments or just reach out. All right, you guys have a wonderful day.
I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child.